busted my lip a while ago, but when I was in grade school, my bottom teeth went through it, but they said, can't really put stitches on it.
Yeah. Okay. That looks good. It's not, it's not horribly deep. So.
Have you had a pretty relaxing night?
No, it's actually been quite the opposite.
Oh, really?
That's alright. I only got 4 more hours to go, so I can't complain.
How long have you been on call?
I started at 7 p.m. So... And you're probably glad you didn't come in then, because it's been a zoo. You probably would have waited till now to be seen, so...
That's a good...
Just kidding.
That's good, but... Honestly, I wouldn't have come probably at all, but I told him about it, and he just showed up. He was like, let me see it.
Yeah. I think it'll heal. Your scar's going to be better now.
Yeah. That's what he was concerned about. I was like, well, if you don't get it fixed properly, then it's going to be worse than you wanted it.
So this is like the difference between a big bulbous scar and just a little tiny thing, probably.
Yeah, you're going to have a scar no matter what we do, but you do minimize it by putting stitches in it. So, kind of one of those things where you'll keep it together, and that's really all stitches do, is they're just trying to keep all the stuff close together so that your body can fix it the way it's supposed to. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got that lined up.
Is there a lot of blood? Because I feel like there might be some blood that's dripping in.
Yeah, there is. Sorry about that. Are you okay? Here, don't touch. I can get it for you.
Right. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just got to keep you sterile.
Nah, you're good.
You're bleeding more than you should. No, the stuff we put in has epinephrine in it, so it should have. You shouldn't. But sometimes people just want to bleed a little bit on us.
I had Tylenol. I should have told him that.
That's okay. That doesn't cause any problems. Any aspirin?
No, just Tylenol.
Aspirin will do it.
But,
Doing good, Foster? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
It thins the blood, though. It makes you bleed a little more.
Tylenol? No.
No.
No, just aspirin. And in theory, Motrin and Advil and Aleve could, but not really. They do for maybe like 6 hours. But yeah. Tylenol doesn't affect your platelets. Your platelets are what's cause your blood to clot, or part of the product. Part of it.
See, it was clotted.
And some of it too, we get in there, we wash it out real good, and that kind of stirs things up. See that right there, just that, doing that one stitch really kind of pulled that together. You see?
Well, I can't.
Oh, well, you can see the video, because really there was a gap there, and it's gone now. In other words, there's a hole kind of underneath, and it's really just, so we don't need just that one perfectly kind of line it up. So
That's good.
That one, now we'll just do a quick running stitch, make you look like a baseball, and then we'll get you out.
Are you on call for the holidays, too?
Not really. No, not really. I work tomorrow night from 7 p to 7 a, and then I get to go home. I'm from 3 hours away from here. So we're going to go home and then see family. I get off at 7 a.m., so my wife's going to drive me. I'm asleep, and then we'll get there probably about noon. And then stay there till the 26th, and then turn around and come back because I got to work on the 27th. I'm off on New Year's. I don't know why they're so nice to me. Usually you're off. Usually you're off one or the other.
Yeah.
But I work on New Year's Day. But not till 3 p.m., so I can at least hang out a little bit on it.
Easy, yeah.
Since I don't really go out as much, or I don't really even care about New Year's Eve, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of drunk people that I don't want to be around.
Yes.
So. Or actually, I think I have some friends over and play board games.
See, and that's the
old people.
I think that's the better way to go about it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I went to New York City once, with some friends. This is about 8 years ago, and we were right by Time Central. And we're like, no, I don't even want to go down there. It's ridiculous, but I know that's bad. But I'm like, I just don't want to be around that many people right now. It's cold, and I don't want to just have to deal with that. So we just stayed at home, had beer, and watched it on TV, and went to bed. Since he's filming this, I'll make it look really nice. Just kidding. I try to make it look nice on everybody. Unless you're drunk and being mean. I'm just kidding. Actually, the hard part about that is usually when you're drunk, they're a moving target.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Well, if it looks really good, you can pull out a Sharpie and sign your work on the floor.
That's awesome. Give you a little tattoo. I think a doctor did that once to somebody and got in a lot of trouble. They were asleep though when they did it.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. What do you guys do here in town?
Oh, I work. Well, I have 2 jobs. I work at Best Western, doing maintenance, and then I work at K-State Vet Med.
Oh, cool. What do you do at K-State Vet Med?
Custodial.
Cool. You've probably seen my dogs there. We should own a wing there. We've got 3 Weimaraners, and we've had so many surgeries. One of my dogs has had like 4 surgeries this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are nice hogs, though.
Yeah, they're cool. We like them, but we don't have kids yet, so they're kind of our little kids. And
Oh, yeah.
they're the kind of dog that they're part of the family. They're not.
Yeah.
Some dogs are they're just like kind of their own little thing, but these are not the kind. One of our dogs will walk into the shower with you. You can't do anything. And one of our males has learned how to open all the doors and trash cans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at our old house, we've moved downtown to like near the park. But before that, we were at a house that had handles, and the dog literally could open every door. Of course, I locked myself out once, and he let me in because I was
That's
sitting there
awesome.
looking at.
Oh, really?
And I was locked out, and I'm in my PJs because I'd worked the night before, and I'd just gone to get the mail, and it was one of those things, where if somebody had been there and they locked the handle, but I usually just use the deadbolt because I will lock myself out like I always do. And so he's staring at me, and I'm outside looking at the window, and I found it's like I just kind of knocked on the door so he'd come out, and he just opened the door.
Nice.
God, I've done that, and my 3-year-old can't even let me back in. I was in there trying to tell him, just turn the lock, and they'll lock me out.
You may have my dog come over and teach her.
Yeah.
Okay, last one I think.
Oh, he's getting better about, locking me out and letting me back in. He's a little better.
How many kids you got?
I have 2. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Awesome, congrats. How about you?
I have 2.
Cool.
I have a 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. I had to bring one of them in here for stitches. Not too, pretty similar to this. But you know, and she was, I think she was 6 at the time. It's like 2 years ago, and they had to have me hold her, like wrap her in the blanket. And so I was like literally about as close as you are right now, watching it. And it was actually a worse cut. You can see the skull, and it was a bad one. But they got it stitched up. And she's doing good now.
He got all the girls. This is my brother. I got two boys. He got 2 girls.
What do you do, Tim?
I'm in Wamego,
Oh, cool.
actually. I'm between jobs at the moment.
My wife works for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she works at Image Makers, kind of above Oz Winery.
Yeah.
Marketing company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was.
I don't know what that is. I drive by there every day.
It's a cool town.
Yeah.
I like it.
And they do it all up for Christmas. I like their park. It's pretty family friendly.
So 8 on the outside. Looks good. Came together really nicely.
How many on the inside?
Just one.
One.
So.
So 9 altogether.
Yep. And like I say, this is on your discharge paperwork. We'll have you come back about 5 to 7 days. Don't go longer than 7 for sure. And then, 5 days is probably good enough because you get train tracking if you go longer than that. And your face heals quickly, so.
Train tracking?
If you've ever seen people with scars and it's like a line and then the.
Okay.
Yeah, the dots. I have that. I was in a car accident last year, and he told me to use Mederma and massage it, which I did, but
And staying out of the
Still got a train
sunlight,
track.
UV rays are horrible for scars, so keeping it covered and clean. And obviously, I tell people using topical antibiotics so it's completely healed because they've done studies and keeping the wounds moist makes them heal faster. So just topical antibiotics on that and that'll help. Okay. We'll get you cleaned up, get you out of here. All right, nice to meet you.